good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Noontime Kapehan, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, our coaching hub and a home of certified life coaches in the Philippines. Noontime Kapehan is our daily coaching conversation, reliving Kapehan Night by Master Coach A, where she talks about life, love, relationship, money, career, and anything under the sun. Kapihan Night used to come live on floor via FB Live every Tuesday, right? Tuesday night until pandemic happened. We are bringing in noontime kapihan for a season only, while Brewing Live is taking a quarter break. So let me take also this moment to honor fellow coaches and entrepreneur who served for 7 months uh, filling the digital space with stuff that matters from September 2020 to March 2021. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Watch out for the return of Brewing Live this coming July. Moving on, for my episode, I will be sharing weighing me. So, timbangin ko yung sarili ko, weighing me. Please do tag a friend or share this video link, and invite others to join our conversation. It's going to be a very wonderful and fruitful conversation. If you are watching on a replay, comment hashtag replay, and do send us a message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. So the YouTube link where you can find the replay uh, of all episodes of Noontime Kapihan is found in the caption of the video. Please do follow, uh, subscribe so that in our channel so that you will be notified of all the future videos to stuff your digital space with valuable content. So yun lang naman po yung aming goal, is to be able to really help out everyone in this pandemic by giving you content and stuff that is really good for your soul and your well-being. So magandang hapon po sa inyo. And for those who are not familiar with me, I am Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines. I'm a professional certified life and mental health coach. I am also a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A, Master Builder Apprenticeship Program, and we are on our 4th month. So it's an exciting ride, challenging, yet very fruitful, very growth-provoking classes with Master Coach A. I'm also a and in master as a Master Builder Apprenticeship Program, we build a tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I am also a scholar to Master Coach A, 6 steps to a six-figure public speaking career training. So good afternoon to each and every one of you. I know many are already present and currently. I know you're doing a lot of things, but I hope that you stay on, stay put as we discuss a very important topic which will help you to enrich yourself so that you can withstand the many stresses that has been coming our way due to the transition that we're having because of this pandemic. So I'll be sharing to you about weighing me, or weighing you for that matter. Okay. So have you ever thought that if you desire a healthy weight loss, you would want to know the nitty-gritty of your body for you to know where you stand. Di ba, kung if you desire to lose weight and you want to do it in a healthy way, gusto mo malaman yung mga details, no? So that you know where you stand, where you can push the button, saan mo ipupush yung sarili mo, sa exercise ba, sa nutrition ba. So you want to have that idea. So for you to have that good idea, so that you can push yourself farther to whatever goals that you have, so that you can push yourself in terms of discipline, in terms of sugar control, in terms of exercise routine, healthy food choices, and and the rest, no, you would want to step on a weighing scale. Ilan sa inyo dito yung takot magtimbang sa sarili ninyo? Well, there are many articles that says it's not good for someone to really be the one to weigh herself kasi nga anything could happen. No? Pwede siyang madismaya, pwede siyang ma-discourage. So you have to really work with this with a coach so that the coach will be able to explain you what you needed to do in terms of the result that you will be seeing from the weighing scale. No, but when you use a weighing scale, you have a clear picture of what is the reality. So nakikita mo doon ilan yung fats, ilan yung water, ilan yung muscles, ilan yung internal fats, which we call the visceral fat, ilan yung outside fat, yung subcutaneous fat. So nakikita mo doon. So alam mo kung ano yung possibly na gagawin mo, ano yung i-level up mo in terms of the result in your weighing scale. So you get also to understand when you use a weighing scale if you're obese, if you are underweight, or if you're in the ideal weight. So this basis of knowing really what uh, the truth of your weight and the components that brought you to the weight will give you really a good idea and a picture of where you needed and what steps you needed to really go through so that you get that goal. So when clients comes to me for weight management, they do not know the details actually. They do not know the details and but they feel that they're heavy. They feel that they're heavy. They have an idea. Iniisip nila, alam ko, nag-gain ako, sabi nila. They have that an idea and this idea will be pestering them. So like magdamagan ako, mataba ka na. Many things in the mind, many thoughts, many dialogue comes to the mind. And so it disturbed them. They couldn't sleep. When they wear dresses, they're not comfortable. They're not confident with themselves. So they need to take action because they know they're heavy. So hindi pa yun, they do not know yet the truth of really ano yung kalaki nila. But they would really, come to the center. Okay, so if I forgot to mention, I'm an entrepreneur as well. No, I'm a mother and an entrepreneur, and I am operating a coaching, health and wellness coaching center here in Tacloban City. Okay, so they come to the center and they ask me to weigh them, explain to me what is the result, and then what they needed to do, and then we work it out. Ano yung kailangan nilang gawin. So in the literal sense, the weighing yourself means you personally getting yourself into the weighing scale. So when you talk about weighing me, ikaw mismo, you put yourself, weighing me is ikaw na yung nagkusa. Okay, ikaw na yung nagkusa that you went personally into the weighing scale to get to know the truth. Okay? Para yung idea mo, whatever is bugging you, meron siyang confirmation kasi makikita talaga yung numbers doon. And if you talk about weights, no, nung unang panahon, when you talk about value, especially when you talk about gold, because nung unang panahon wala namang pera. There was no money before, so it was like a barter noon barter. Okay, so you have some goods, you exchange it. But when you talk about gold nung una, remember the gold rush, no? Kinikilo yan. And the heavier, okay, the more expensive it is. Okay? So, ganun din, pag nagkilo ka sa sarili mo, nakita mo na rin yung mga expenses mo. No? Bakit nga ba ganun yung weight mo? Ganun yung weighing scale? Bakit ganun yung reading ng weighing scale? No? Nakita mo na, marami na pala akong ginawa dito, marami na akong expenses, kaya nangyari ito. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that when you talk about weight, it talks about value. Kasi nung unang panahon, pagtimbang po ang pinag-uusapan, and especially in the exchange in commerce, no, weight matters. Yung bigat. Okay, yung bigat. Okay? So, same so with us. If you look at yourself, if you have some negative thoughts, if you're thinking na wala naman akong ano dito, wala naman akong ibibigay dito, I'm not that really that good because that's common, no? Common times when you're under stress, you are in the level of really self-doubt. Na very down ka, we're facing a lot of stresses. And so, ang nangyayari, oftentimes than not, you feel like you devalue yourself. Hindi yun ang worth mo. So if you're able to do this, you go into really searching yourself and weighing yourself, you get to understand what truly is your value. Kasi yung nasa isip ko lang naman is yung agam-agam mo na, your thoughts lang na you're not that valuable. Okay, so this coaching conversation that I have with you came and has been inspired by a conversation of mine with a former colleague of mine who wanted, uh, yung gusto niya yung mataas na sweldo. Gusto niya, at not really mataas, but gusto niya yung higher level of experience and higher level of leadership in her heart, but she doesn't have the guts to really apply for that position. Kasi nga, marami yung negative sa brain niya na she's not worth it. She's not worth it. Hindi niya kaya ko pa ba yun? She would say, oh, really? Should I do that? Ay, hindi ko pa kaya yan. She would always say that. But she has the longing in her heart to really step up herself because she knows it's high time. It's been a while that she's been serving in the company. Alam na niya yung mga experience. Pero because of the narrative, the negative narrative of doubt, self-doubt, nahirapan siya. Okay, so this came about. That's why this talk is an inspiration to that. So many times we are afraid to step out or take risks because we have no idea. Wala tayo pong alam. Okay, wala po tayong alam sa what we're capable of. But before I proceed, let me say hi to my fellow tribe builders and fellow coaches who are joining me. Muntik ko na makalimutan yung aking mga prayer warriors dito sa gilid, no? So, hello, Coach Rezzhel. Thank you for joining me. Coach Nords, Coach Tin. And thank you for joining me. Sino ba yung na-miss ko? Sandali, tingnan ko ulit. Okay? So, thank you so much for joining me and for being here with me. So many times, ayaw natin mag-step up because we believe hindi natin kaya. And we feel like hindi naman ako makapagbibigay ng ganyan. So we're kind of afraid. But of course, that's the narrative in our mind. So yun yung ating mga narrative na sa ating brain, no? Okay, so we are anxious, but we don't have actually a solid proof. Wala tayong solid proof of how much you believe, okay, you can be and what you can do. Wala ka naman yung brain mo lang nagsasabi talaga na, hindi mo kaya, like that. So, and you believe that. You believe that, okay? So, let me share to you some thoughts of really knowing how much you weigh and how much you're worth. Okay? So, and what are the details of it? Bakit ba? Bakit nga ba kailangan? Okay? So, in an article that I've read, it says knowing your worth is personal. It's a very personal thing, and it has really nothing to do with anyone else. Wala po siyang a relationship to other people and how other people see you. It is actually how you see yourself and how you value your worth. Okay? So yun siya. Okay? So it is your internal measure of how you value yourself regardless of what other people might think of you or say about you. So wala siyang, it's not other people, it's you. Okay, so you can't blame other people like ganon yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. It's basically you. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, kasi ginawa niya na ako kaya ganito. Ganito na lang yung ginawa ko. Ito, this is who am I because sa kanya. Okay? So it's regardless of what other people might think of you or say to you. It's a personal manifesto. It is a declaration of your belief, okay? A power set of statement of yourself. So, ikaw po yung nag-create nito. Okay? Yeah, ikaw nagkusa. Tama ka, Coach Nerds. Nagkusa ka talaga. Okay? So, why is it important? Bakit kailangan alam mo yung weight mo or yung value mo or yung worth mo? Why is it that you know? What is the why of knowing your worth? Ano yung impact? Anong benefit? Una, when you know your worth, okay, you're able to accomplish things on your own. Okay? Because you are not too dependent on other people. So, hindi ko naman kaya, kailangan hintayin ko siya. Hindi kasi niya sinabi kaya hindi muna ako mag-move. Okay? So, you become dependent, okay, on other people because you believe you're not worthy. You're not that valuable. Okay, mababa yung worth mo. So, but you get to decide, okay, and when you know your worth, you come to a decision, or you get to decide for the people you desire to help you. So, ikaw nakapag-decision yan, sino ang tutulong sa'yo. And knowing your worth or your value will allow you to understand how much of a difference you have made in a given situation because you gave a contribution. So, alam mo yung worth mo. So, alam mo kung magkano yung naibigay mo. Or ano yung inambag mo. Inambag mo, yun yung sa Tagalog. Ano yung you contributed to the whole thing or whatever it is. If it's a goal or if it's a project. Okay, so those are the importance why you have to understand the why of knowing your worth. Okay, Malcolm X said, we cannot think of being acceptable to others until we have first proven acceptable to ourselves. So, paano mo nga ba ipupush yung sarili mo? Paano mo ilalabi yung sarili mo or promote yourself if you do not believe, if you have not accepted you, if you have not accepted your capabilities? How would you do that? Diba? Sa pagsalita pa lang, lalabas yun because we share from overflow. If you're not confident, when you speak up, maliit yung boses mo. So, hindi mo makukonvince yung ibang tao. So, kaya sabi ni Malcolm X, we cannot think of being acceptable to others until you have proven acceptable to ourselves. Until you've proven yourself acceptable to you. Okay? So, how will you know your worth? Okay, ano nga ba yung timbang mo? I remember a movie. There was a movie na, it's an old movie. So but I think it's a classic movie. Kasi it won a lot of awards, though it came from the Philippines, yung tinimbang ka, ngunit kulang. And you're very familiar with it, okay? So kulang nga ba yung timbang mo? So how will you know your true worth or value? Because it's very important, as I've said, di ba? Yung sabi natin, yung I've read kanina na, you will never be able to push yourself forward if you do not know your worth. And other people will not recognize, will not accept your worth if you're not accepting your worth as well. Personally accepting you. Okay, so how will you know your worth or value? So what are the benefits really of knowing, no? Or paano mo malaman, ano yung gauge? Una, first is, you have a positive self-esteem. Okay? You have a positive self-esteem. Okay, so you are confident, okay, and when you look at things, because you're confident, alam mong pwede mo siyang malampasan, alam mong kaya mong gawin. Whatever goal is that you set, yeah, I can do this. Okay, so you believe in you have that positive self-esteem. Okay, next is, you see yourself as a peer. Okay, oh, sorry. Nauna, nandun pala. Okay. You recognize the difference you make. Okay? Ito na yung sinabi ko kanina. No? You recognize the difference you make. Ibig mong sabihin, alam mo na that project or that goal, whatever it is that you're doing in the company, alam mong gumanda yan kasi meron kang binigay doon. Okay? So, it made a difference. So, gumanda yon, naging maganda yung output because you were there. You contributed. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, di ba, oftentimes na sabihin tayo, uy, maganda yung ano. Hindi naman ako yun eh. Actually, ganyan kasi na-train naman ako, kaya maganda ako magsalita, kaya ganito. Kasi naman. Okay? So, we don't like to accept it. And I remember Coach Tin say it's false humility. Sa isang talk ni Coach Tin, sinabi niya it's false humility, no? Na yung sinasabi ko, hindi naman. Okay, so you recognize the difference. Alam mo, things turned out to be good in the office or wherever space you're doing so project or goal. Naging maganda yon kasi you made a difference there. Meron kang ginawa. Okay? Third is, you see yourself as a peer. Ibig sabihin, kulig, equal kayo. Hindi yung, kasi inuutusan lang naman ako dito. Okay? So, remember, it's never on the position. It's not on the position. But rather, you saying, kung hindi ko like for example, no, if it's a janitor and a boss, okay, the janitor will still be of value because the janitor makes things better, no, in the office, makes it cleaner so that all the people who are working there have a clear mind, clear thought, kasi nakikita nila yung lahat kung saan yung gamit nila. So it's like equal. Kayo ay nagbibigay ng equal contribution. So you see yourself as peer. Yung katrabaho ko siya. katrabaho ko siya at kayo ay nagbibigay, nagko-contribute lahat doon sa ano yung ah, ano yung kalalabasan ng mission and vision or whatever goal you have or project in your group. So you see yourself as a peer and not as an inferior uh, person or a part of the organization. Fourth is you do not undercharge of your services. You do not undercharge, okay, for your services. And I do remember a very lengthy conversation with my colleagues, with my fellow nurses. Um, as you all know by background, I'm a registered nurse with 22 years of hospital experience, and I've been, working in the hospital like together, with I had a team before, and currently we are in a one chat group, and we have been talking about, if you're a nurse and you're saying you're not being valued, and you want other people to value you, mauna munang ikaw ang mag-value, okay? Because the company will not really give what is due you. Okay? Kung hindi ka naman talaga, if hindi mo pinupursue na talagang yon ang dapat yung ibigay sa'yo. Okay? Because, I mean, the scenario is like this, no? Here in the Philippines, the nurses, mababa yung kanilang salary compared to the nurses in the US. It's not because the US is rich. It's not because of that. It is because of law of supply and demand. The nurses in the Philippines would stay at their work kahit kung mababa ang sweldo, kahit JO for several years. Hindi po sila talaga magre-resign. Service at heart, no? But because also of that, hindi sila na-increase kasi marami sila, kasi hindi naman sila umaalis. Unlike in the States, no? Unlike in the US, when the nurse felt like pagod na ako, I want to take a leave of absence for like 6 months, they would resign, they would spend their time relaxing, and they will just go back when they're ready to work because they value talaga na kailangan they're healthy and they're ready. So, because of that, hinahabol po yung rate nila, and so they are getting higher pay. Okay? Because it's kukonti lang sila because that's how much, because they know that they're of value. So, ganun po yun sila. So you do not undercharge. So I'm talking about undercharge of your service. Hindi yung, sige, yan na lang, kahit ano na lang ibigay mo sa akin. Because you know what you can deliver. Master Coach has been teaching us this. Because you know what you can deliver. Okay? So ang nangyayari, you know how much you're worth. So you know your rate. So alam mong, eto yung rate ko po kasi yung mabibigay ko. Because you know yun ang mabibigay mo. So you do not undercharge for your services. You know because you know your capability and what you can do. Next is you are clear about your values. You are clear about your values so that when you work, it is in alignment to what truly matters with you. Hindi yung, nagtrabaho lang ako kasi yun lang naman It's what I need. No, you know your values, so pinupursue mo, because when you know your values, you will work in accordance to what what you contribute, what will make you grow, what will make things better for you, and what other people can get from you. So you know yung value mo. So your value is very clear. So that's one thing. When you know your worth, alam mo, ito yung nabibigay ko, I have integrity, I work like this, so alam mo yun. So alam mo. Okay? So you are clear with your values. Next, you are engaged in work that is exciting and fulfilling. So because you know your value, because you know your worth, because you know what you can deliver, because you know you can contribute, definitely, okay, you become excited. You have the energy, you have the passion, you have the power to really work. Kasi kung alam mo nga naman talaga yung value mo, you won't stay in a work or in an activity na it doesn't matter with you because it's not helping. So definitely, when you know all these things, you will be engaged in work that is exciting and fulfilling. And next, you believe you are good enough. You are good enough. Hindi mo dinidiscount yung sarili mo na, like, mag-a-apply ba ako? Kaya ko ba yun? Okay? So, marami tayong ganyan, no? Like, we're pushing other people, no? We encourage our friends. I don't know how many of you can have heard your friends say that you're telling your friends, so, gawin yun, friends, may opening doon, puntahan mo. Like, ayoko, dito lang ako, hindi ko ata kaya yun. So, but when you know your worth, you know your value, you believe you're good enough. You believe you're good enough. You know that you can deliver and you can do that. So, When you're doing all these things, when you recognize your worth and your value, have you ever thought how much productive and how much you can really soar high in whatever that you are doing, compared to all the negativity that you're in your mind that says, I can't do it. Diba? It saps you off, and the more that you think you can't do it, the more that you're having difficulty really in accomplishing things kahit nga yan average lang or minimum, right? But when you are powered, when you know who you are and you believe in yourself, you know your worth, then you fly high because you know that you can do it because you know your value, right? So another thing that I would like everyone to remember is that when you know you're a child of God, you were created in His image, and you know that Father God's DNA is in you as a creator, as a first, as a God who is perfect in everything that He's doing, and you're giving that gift. The same so with Him, and He is with you, always with you, working with you. That you know that you can soar high. You know that you can do things. You know that you can, even in the deepest and in the darkest time of your life where you feel like hindi mo kaya, you know the promise of God when He said that all things will work together for good. Kahit anong bad yan, all things will work together for good to those whom He called. Okay? So alam mo yon, and you will hold on to that because you know that you are valuable because there is a God who took time to create you and to mold you in His image. Okay? So, if you're feeling like you wanted really to go into learning who you are, what your worth and what your value is, this is my assignment to you. Look at the list, yung 7 na binigay, okay, sa inyo. Then, in each of those items, write examples. Examples or proof of why you say you got it. Ano yung example sa sarili mo? Like, yung sabi ni Coach Marife, I recognize the difference. So, ano yung ginawa mo sa buhay mo na may nagsabi sa'yo or you felt like nangyari yon because you were there. So, you write it down. I do remember kagabi sa Coach Corner with Coach Tin, sinabi niya yun, no? To affirm yourself. So, this is an affirmation activity, no? So, from the 7 that I gave you of how you know that you are a value or a worth, each of those 7, lagyan mo yun na example. Sulatan mo sa gilid. Ano nga ba ito? When ito nangyari? Ano yung sinasabi ni Coach Marife that this happened to you? Each of those 7, lagyan mo. Kahit isang example lang to confirm and affirm you that this is indeed true and it happened to you. Okay? So, for example, I have a positive self-esteem. Paano mo malalaman na you have positive self-esteem? What is the example before that happened to you where it confirmed to you, where it was affirmed that you have positive self-esteem? Is that a deal? Can you do the assignment? Okay? So I hope you gotta do it because it will truly help you. It will level you up, okay? To understand really to see some proof, okay? To support whatever belief that you have. If it's negative, try also to list. Why do you say you're that? Okay. But here is one thing that I wanna tell you. God has never created something of less of value. God has always created things so beautifully, and that is what He proclaimed. If you read the book of Genesis, He would always say, and God spoke and created the light, and it was good. So it is a confirmation that everything here on earth is good, including you. If there was any mistake that has happened in your life, it was not something that does not define you. It happened one time, but God, by the core, by the essence, have created you so beautifully in the pattern of His image. So you have to remember, when you know your worth, you move differently. When you know your worth, you move with passion. When you know your worth, you move with zest. When you know your worth, you move with energy. So think about that. It is high time that you learn that you are truly valuable. You are truly worth it. Okay? So, thank you so much for joining me in this Kapehan, Noontime Kapehan, and let me invite you back tomorrow for uh, another wonderful coaching conversation with Master Coach Jasmine. Join us. We are in this pandemic and we need to fight this off by filling ourselves with good stuff only that will level us up, that will power us up and will give us hope that we can overcome. So, but before I end, let me invite you all to tomorrow. We will start off our learning on the B learning e-card, no? So, samahan niyo po kami. The B learning, no? If you purchase that card at 1,500, you'll get so much. Okay, that's the one. You'll get so much value out of it. I'm so super duper excited about this na po. Okay, because we're going to be learning on the mental models and I'm going to be able to discover why I think that way and why I do things the way I do. So isn't that exciting? Para at least alam ko na apps, ito ginagawa ko na. So I'll be able to, coach myself, taught myself before I go into that because makikita natin dito because we're going to be learning about the mental models. Aside from that, no, when you get this card, you become a foundational member at this point, no? Kasi this is the first offering. So the rate of 1,500 will stay as is, hindi po siya mag-increase. And that you get 5% discount when you go to Decaf Coffee Republic. I'm so excited to really visit the place. The vegan meals are so yummylicious. And the of course, not just the food, no? Exciting din yung hub because all of the people who are there are people who are full of positivity and love, who believe and see your potential. So it's important you really, visit the Cup Coffee Republic. And added pa is the 90-minute coaching session with senior coaches po. So, and you're gonna be learning from the master. And when it comes from Master Coach A, I've been, learning from her since 2019 when I became certified as a life coach. He over delivers. He always gives the best, and the learning is overwhelming and so full that I can say I have improved in myself and my worth has improved. And so, can you say that also to yourself? So, do hop in, connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 or connect with me if you want me to facilitate you to be able to hop in. The class will start tomorrow as an initial offering of the B Learning Card. Okay, so may I also invite you to Master Coach a co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is really if you want to professionalize yourself, you want to talk with people, you want to connect with people, do hop in, become certified through co-actively co-create a life coach certification program created by Master Coach A through Life Coach Philippines. So connect with me if you want to go into this. The ride is so exciting and it's really level up growth for me. And so it will also happen the same with you. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all of you who are here, fellow coaches. Maraming salamat, no? And as I close, I invite you to be back tomorrow, really. It's going to be an exciting topic with Master Coach Jasmine. Master Coach Jasmine has always been, pag yun talagang nag-share, grabe po yung learning din sa kanya. Okay? So, same time at 12 noon. Okay? So, see you tomorrow. It's an honor to be here. God bless everyone. Love, bomb, boom. Happy lunchtime, everyone. Happy lunchtime and God bless us all. See you tomorrow.